Alright, partners, we are back. So we got the Datamines here for the Sharena and Tellius banner. Now, Datamines are still coming in hot. Gengar and Tsukasa are on the job. But while we wait for the rest of the Datamines, we can take a look at what we have so far, which is a customization pack, which we can go ahead and pull that up. And then we also have the upcoming Hall of Forms, which we can go ahead and open up in a separate tab there, and we will wait for the stats and skill inheritances and all that stuff. So why don't we go ahead and start off over here with the customization pack. So for $9 US, you're getting 22 orbs and these two summoner backgrounds that you can use on your characters. So first one looking like, let's see here. Okay, looks like the garden in Asker. Yeah, certainly a castle background. We got a gazebo in the back there. Is this one the one for S rank or just the regular? Okay, this one's just the one for regular. Kind of looks like it could be the S rank one, though. With the setting sun and the gazebo in the back there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the S rank support one now. All right, things are a bit more lit up here. We got the night sky, and then lots of lights are on in Asker Hall. So, yeah, looking pretty good. Not a bad looking background for your characters there if you want to go and get it. But, I don't know, for just 22 orbs, like, to me, this would not be worth it. But for people that like stuff like this, is probably worth it. All right, so there we go with that. We have also the Hall of Forms, as we said. So this time we are in Jugdral. So our characters are going to be T. Ira. We got T. Sigurd, and then we also have T. Tellius, and then we have Brave Seliph. Ooh, no Emblem hero this time. They really set the bar last time when they gave out Emblem Marth, making people think we were going to have emblems to look forward to on the next one. And I heard a lot of people were speculating Emblem Sigurd on this one, but nah, just regular T-Time Sigurd. Nothing too special there. Yeah, I mean, these were units that were definitely good. Like, Brave Seliph was pretty solid after getting his refine, and obviously on release, he was probably just straight up the best unit in the game. Right now, though, I mean, there's definitely a lot of good skills you'd be able to give him. Like, the new potent skill from his own self, his own bride, or the Groom Seliph that was on that banner. He had, what was it, Potent Assault? Or Potent Finish? I can't remember which was which one was for calves. But that's definitely something you would want to give him on his B skill. Attack speed, excel, obviously. Blue skies, obviously. There's just, like, a lot of options. And then Arch Rival, which would certainly be the sauce for him. T. Ira is another interesting one, but man, is she even on the same level as Seliph right now? I would say probably not. They're both sword calves, and I think Seliph probably has a better potential right now, better ceiling than Ira. Although she does have the harmonic button that gives +1 movement to herself, and then 3 houses and Jugdral characters. But there's a lot of ways to get +1 movement right now, so that's not even that special. T. Sigurd is like whatever. And then this tells you, I guess if you're using her as a merge project, then maybe. So very lackluster Hall of Forms there. No mythic, no legendary, no emblem. So it's a big whatever. Okay, if we have anything posted in the realm of stats, we can go ahead and move on to that now. And we do, right on time there, Gengar. Thank you. Okay, so we have these stats here for our lovely Tellius and Sharena character. So let's take a look at Sharena first. So 40 HP, 48 attack, 49 speed with a super moon, and then 35 defense and 23 res. Overall BST of 195. So she is an Entwined hero, and her Entwined blessing gives speed and attack up 2. Which I guess is okay. And then, of course, you get the S+ rank support. So, I'm not that down on the Entwined hero bonuses that they grant. I just feel like it's really hard to compete with the rearmed and attuned heroes. Like, those were the special characters that just ended all other special characters. You can't really beat a fodder bank. So, like, this I don't think is really in the same realm. And then if you just want stats out of your special character, the Floret was always going to be the best one. So, I don't know. They're trying something with these different archetype of heroes, but I would like them to just stop it. Just stop making new archetypes if they're just not even going to amount to anything. Like aided heroes, for example. How many of those have we ever gotten? Hardly any, because there's not really much point in releasing them. So, yeah, just a little bit of a sour note. But Sharena herself seems like a pretty good unit. She's basically just a melee version of the Brave Sharena. And in some ways that's better because she can run stuff like Arc Rival. She's going to have a little bit of an easier time surviving a round of combat, whereas Sharena just gets melted by anyone with Fatal Smoke, or if they hit her with Nullify Miracle effects. But this Sharena here should not have to worry about that like Brave Sharena does. Although, in that same regard, that Brave Sharena hits different opponents, being a magic-type unit. So, they're like different takes on the same archetype of unit there. Alright, next up we have the Arcane Soren here, who is literally just Brave Soren, or what he should have been with his refine. So, 40 HP, 48 attack with a Super Boon, 38 speed, 18 defense, and then 49 res with a Super Boon. 193 BST overall. I gotta give them credit for the way they worded this guy's weapon. It's like so exactly what we want to see when we're reading a weapon for the first time. All stats up 15, 15 flat DR, 25 flat damage. Like, that's it. Enough said. You don't need to put any convoluted conditions or anything like that. That really don't even matter anyway, because you're always expected to get max. So, yeah, I mean, just... they really got it right there and then got it wrong on all the rest of these guys. So I don't know what to say, but as far as being a rearmed unit, his tome is obviously pretty solid for blue units right now, blue tome units. His A skill is very good, and then he's just able to give twin magics, or not twin magic save, but just twin save to anybody that's got the highest defense or ally support with him. So definitely a unit that you could fit on pretty much any type of team. Aether Raid's defense teams, Aether Raid's offense if it's Chaos Season and you want to run double saves, Summoner Duels if you want to run double saves. So lots of places where you'd be able to run this guy. All right, next up we have these two over here. So Duo Elincia and Lucia. This is very rare that we get a duo hero that's not on a seasonal banner. I know some people were bringing up Duo Marth, but I don't really feel like he counts. I feel like he is actually a seasonal hero in disguise, even though he came out on a legendary banner. Remember, he was the special hero for the 30th anniversary of Fire Emblem. So, to me, that counts as being seasonal. He even had his own little event in the game with, like, all the seasonal, the 30th anniversary stuff they were giving out, and, like, all the bonus login rewards and stuff. So, yeah, I consider that Marth a seasonal unit, but pretty much it's just Duo Ephraim and this Elincia that have ever been released on a regular banner as a duo hero. So we got here 40 HP, 48 attack, 49 speed with a Super Boon, 31 defense, and then 36 res. So my take on this character... Oh, by the way, their BST is 204, and that doesn't really matter because they have a duo skill for dual skill increase to their BST. But I'm not really the biggest fan of the way this unit works. I feel like they're a little undercooked. Because, first of all, they have double penalty neutralization at the start of turn, which I guess it's okay. Penalty neutralization at 2 is certainly better than bonus neutralization at 2. Because at least you're not going to take as many different penalties. There's only a couple that are going around that are very common, like Exposure, Sabotage, Discord, those types of ones. Those are the ones you see most commonly, and there's not really that many that are going to stack up on you. Unlike bonuses where, what is it, like 15 plus good bonuses that units are running right now. So, penalty neutralization, I guess, is a little better. But I feel like they need to do a little bit more. The main selling point to them is that they can neutralize specials and AoEs. But, like, even with that, we saw in the trailer that Emblem Sigurd still nearly beat them in one regular attack without even his special. So I feel like they probably needed some more non-pierceable DR or like some more protection somewhere, because they're not going to really be the craziest tank. Offensively, they seem okay, though. They have Brave attacking on dual phase. So, yeah, I don't really know what to make of this unit. I feel like they could be a little better, but maybe that's just me. All right, next up we have Boyd over here, who's just going to be a regular demote. So I don't think he's going to be a mission reward. He's just one of those shadow 3 and 4 star summons you can possibly get from now on. So, yeah, kind of a shame what they did to Boyd here. I'm not really the biggest fan of his art either, but we'll go into that in a moment. So we got here 51 HP with a super boon, 49 attack with a super boon, 45 speed, 37 defense, 21 res. Overall BST of 203, which is actually pretty good if he's going to end up getting a preference weapon. All right, then he's an axe infantry type. As if we don't have a million billion of those already. Yeah. I really wish they would give us unit archetypes that are not so common. Like, how many free-to-play axe units do we have to build up? That's like the most common type. So it would have been nice. But then again, it is Boyd, right? Like, what else was he going to be outside of an axe infantry? So for him, it's like whatever, but like they need to come up with some different types of units to be given out for free. All right, next up we have Stefan over here. I was actually surprised yesterday when I saw him on the banner because I was not sure he was ever going to get added to the game at this rate. But yeah, I guess a lot of people wanted this guy, so the fact that he's finally here is great. If you don't know who he is, it's easy to actually play the Tellius games and not even notice who he is, but he plays a really big role in Ike's training, because after Gromell dies, the one who picks up Ike's training afterwards is Stefan, and ultimately he's the guy that teaches Ike how to use Ether. So, pretty important character, honest, all things considered. But if you're not paying attention to the base conversations, if you're not, like, talking to units in there, it's easy to miss, like, how big of a role this guy actually plays. So, he's got 41 HP with a Super Bane. We got here 46 attack, 49 speed with a Super Boon, 37 defense, and then 31 res with a Super Bane. Overall, BST is 204, which is solid for infantry melee. And unfortunately for Stefan, he didn't get a full-on base kit like a lot of 5 stars do. He's missing an A slot, and they gave him Gust. I think what he really wants is probably Arc Rival. So there is that to consider. He does have a lot of cooldown pulsing on his weapon already. He gets -2 on every turn, or -1 if he's got less than full cooldown. And then before combat starts, he gets another -2 or -1. So it's real easy for this guy to just get to his specials. So high-cost specials like Flame Wall or Arc Rival would definitely be his go-tos. And then outside of that, he's just your typical God Sword type of unit. Lots of speed, lots of attack. Got no follow-up in there. So basically, he's just trying to play the old tried-and-true God Sword role. We do have a lot of those, though, right now, and a lot of them that are a little bit better than him. Like, for instance, the Brave Male Byleth, I would say, with his ability to hit from 3 spaces, that's just really hard to argue with. So, unfortunate for Stefan there. All right, and then finally we have our Grand Hero Battle unit. So we have Grommel over here. Bolt Axe General, which should be a main giveaway that his weapon is going to be the Bolt Axe. So 42 HP, 47 attack, 30 speed with a Bane, 49 defense with a Boon, and then 32 res with a Bane. Overall BST is 200. Axe Flyer, actually 200 BST is really good. For a flying axe type, like that's actually arena ready. Hold on, wait, we might have to take a deeper look at this guy. Does he have a preference weapon? Because that could be, like, if they count Bolt Axe as a preference, they do. Oh, Grommel, looking like he could be an interesting guy here. All right, let's take a look at these skills that he's got. So, Bolt Axe, 16 might, 1 range, grants defense up 3, calculates damage using the lower of foe's defensive res, unit has distant counter. At start of turns 1 to 3, deals 10 damage to foes and allies in 3 columns centered on unit, excluding unit. That's really interesting. So, if you're running him in arena, you could technically just wait 3 turns and deal 30 free damage to all the enemies. That's pretty good, actually. Hold on. This guy is cooking. Alright, for foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts attack and defense -5 on the foe. Foe suffers plus X damage, where X is the greater of total damage dealt to foe or total damage dealt to foe's target as of the start of combat. Wow. And then he's playing that up with drive true damage? What? Oh, what? Grommel is cooking? Out of all the people, I was not expecting him to be cooking like this. Okay, excluding on AoEs, excluding damage dealt to rookers, and foe suffers guaranteed follow-ups as well. Yeah, I mean, these are really good. Just anything drive right now is really good. Like, drive supports are actually on the rise better than, like, start-turn bonuses and penalties. Because a lot of units are having effects that activate based on the number of penalties or bonuses on the foes and allies. So just having, like, drives do that instead of actual bonuses is kind of better. Alright, then also at the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflicts a penalty on the foe's attack and defense equal to 20% of unit's defense at the start of combat. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense. And reduce damage from foe's attacks by 20% of unit's defense. Wow, he's just goated. And he has a style? What? Bro, what? No, this guy, he's like Marni level. What the hell? Okay, so range 2 style, unit can attack foes 2 spaces away. And then pretty much all the other range 2 style conditions there. That is nuts that they gave that to him when he's arena viable. And he's a freaking flyer too. What? Oh, hell. Bro, you know you're giving him air superiority. Oh my god. Okay, so he's got Ignis as a passive. We got here Brazen Attack and Defense 3 and then Flow Force 3. That's okay for a fodder skill on just like a regular GHB. Alright, now Boyd unfortunately did not get a preference weapon. Everything is excused for what they did to Grommel, though. I don't even care about Boyd anymore. So, Campaign Axe Plus. Yeah, we already have other campaign weapons, so we know what that does. Shove. Attack and Speed Link 3. And then Even Attack Wave 3. Yeah, all of these are like pickup skills we've already had before. Dude, Grommel blew me the hell away. What the... Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the artwork, and we will get out of here. So we have here Sharena. I love this artwork for her, by the way. I mean, this has been the year of Sharena, and I could not be happier. Honestly, I just wish they would do a little more for her in the story as well. Out of the Asker trio, like between her, Alphonse, and Anna, I would say Sharena is actually my favorite of the three. It's just so unfortunate that they don't really let her do anything. Like, what do they have against Sharena, man? She's just trying to be friends with everybody. Alright, next up we have here Elincia and Lucia's artwork. Very good artwork, by the way. I love the pop, too, on the blue hair and the green hair there. It looks really good with them standing together like that. Alright, there's the attacking artwork from them. Kind of looking like sun and moon there. Yeah, with the orange on Elincia's cape and then the blue hair. Yeah, really nice color pops there with the two of them together. Nice special effect, and then also the oh, this is a nice throwback, too. If you guys remember in Radiant Dawn, the reason why Lucia got her hair cut was because she was trying to defend Elincia. And then they took her out, like, the revolters who were trying to overthrow Elincia. They captured Lucia, and they cut her hair off, and then they were about to execute her. And right before they succeeded, then the Grail mercenaries show up and they save Lucia there. So, yeah, very goated cutscene, if you guys know what I'm talking about there. And this is giving me vibes of that. Even though this is from Path of Radiance, still, it does foreshadow what is going to happen later. Alright, next up we got Soren here. Pretty good artwork for Soren. I like that he's a Thunder Mage, even though he's not supposed to be. Alright, attacking artwork there. Alright, there is the special attack. Alright, and lastly, the injured artwork. So, yeah, not too bad for Soren. Actually, this might be my favorite Soren art in the game right now. Okay. Alright, next up we got Stefan, of course. Very good artwork. Alright, nice attacking pose there. And they got the special pose, pretty good. And finally, the injured artwork. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely well-drawn artwork there. All right, then finally we got Boyd. Now, this one is a little disappointing. I would have liked it if he looked a little bit better here. But he is a demote, so I guess that face is not it. But I guess it's okay, like, overall. Yeah, not really the best, most flattering artwork for Boyd, but it is what it is. All right, and then finally, the man of the hour. Apparently the best unit on the whole banner. All right, so here is the attacking pose for him. Kind of interesting. Why is he driving his axe into the ground like that? Is that how he charges up the electricity? Kind of weird. Yeah, it looks like that might be it. He's just drawing electricity from the ground somehow. Your guess is as good as mine as to how that works, but okay. All right, and there is the injured artwork. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. This is your boy Tacho signing out, and I will be doing a builds video for this bad boy. Probably tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, or even later tonight if I wake up early before I'm supposed to wake up, but we'll see. So, yeah, this is your boy Tacho signing out. Take care, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.